Hello there, World of Tankers, Untitled Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about not the 111 5A, which is, of course, my favorite Tier 10 Heavy, but the 111 1/4, which is actually a Tech Tree Tier 9 Heavy tank. I find it kind of weird that this is the Tech Tree Tier 9 Heavy when the 113 is literally nothing like the 111 4, I guess, other than the mobility. They both go 50 kilometers per hour, but the 111 here carries 130mm. In fact, the only Tier 9 tank that does more damage per shot than the Tier 10 variant of it, so kind of funny there. But if you were to look at the 111 5A, you notice that these tanks are practically identical, not only in the way they look, but the mobility and the exact same guns they do carry. So I'm going to be comparing this tank to the 111 4 and the 111 5A. That's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. So of course, if you like this type of content, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. It really does help out the channel. But first of all, I'm going to be talking a little bit about statistics, what's good about both these tanks and what's bad. So the reason I like the 111 5A is kind of because it's got the jack of all trades. It's got the good turn armor. It's got 7 degrees of gun depression. It goes 50. It's got nice alpha at 460. And the 1-4 definitely follows suit in some of those paths. This tank goes 50 kilometers per hour. It carries that same 130mm gun. Not only that, but it also has the same really strong frontal turn armor. But this is where we're changing paths a little, because this tank only has 5 degrees of gun depression, which definitely causes it to fall apart a little. Of course, it's going to have less damage per minute. It's sitting at, how much? 2100, so definitely less damage per minute than the 111 5A, but not that much less. It's only about 300 less, which of course makes perfectly sense because you don't want your Tier 9 vehicle doing more DPM and doing better overall than your Tier 10 heavies. So let's get straight into some gameplay here, seeing how it does work out. Please give us a Tier 8 match. I would love to roll very high. Now, of course, the nicest thing about having 460 damage is not a lot of vehicles do more than 460 at Tier 10. Yeah, you've got a couple exceptions. You've got your E100s, you've got your Jagdpanzers, your tank destroyers, but most heavies that you're going to be fighting in the front line deal 400 to 460, so at least you're going to be trading back and forth with them. And when you've got higher alpha and you've got a lot of hit points, when you trade a shot and it's less damage they're taking on you if they've got a pen premium into you, like this match here we're in, which is a Tier 8 battle. The T-5041 does 310 damage a shot. The 111, of course, we know how much that does. But most of the vehicles on the enemy team don't outroll me. Even the E75 still only does 460, which means that I can get very nice rolls into the enemy team, and as long as they don't hit me back, it's going to be pretty easy to rack up the damage here. So I'm going to be pushing my tank right into a very impressive position, which is very hull down, I would say, worthy. Now, this is good for the 111 5A because you've got 7 degrees of gun depression, but well, yeah, this tank is 5, as we said. You can see it here. Not really a great amount, which means that you got to be very careful when you push up to a spot like this. So there we actually have the 111 pushing up very aggressive and already bouncing a heat shell right on the side of my vehicle. You can see there how I kind of wedged it off to the side there at the last second just to make sure he would mess up that shot. But this position I'm in here is a very aggressive position, of course. I want to make sure that I can hold it. I've got to deal with a lot of vehicles right now, not necessarily ones I want to play with all at the moment as well. So we've got the 49 off to the side. I would love to be able to get a shot into you. There's a lot of tanks I would love to be able to get a shot into right now. But that 5 degrees of gun depression, ooh-wee, it's really sent me back. Ooh, there was a miss. Okay, so again, just going to try and hold here, do the best I can. Sadly, my Chieftain T95, not necessarily doing the best of jobs. But that's fine. It's just a Tier 8 heavy, so it's not the end of the world. We did just get hit, though, by a very nasty shot, most likely from the Scorpion G on the enemy team. That is a vehicle you do not want to be hit by. And there you go. You can see the frontal hull armor of this tank not really doing the best of its work, because yeah, the armor on this tank, it's decent, but when you only have 5 degrees of gun depression, it's very hard to get it to work effectively all of the time. And like the C75 here, he's just going to pull up on this ridge, probably try and tap us, so that's why I'm going to stay aggressive here. I don't want the enemy team to be able to push up and tap me. So we've got the T49 right here, of course, and there you go. Nice little HE right in the butt of him for 540 damage. Again, that max roll ability, or not even max roll, but just the ability to do, you know, 500, 600 damage with an easy HE is very nice because you don't have to pull out as many times to get out the damage. So right now, I know that they have a Scorpion G up in that position over there, which is definitely something I'm not necessarily too fond of playing with. So I'm going to pull off to the side here. I can't really get this guy yet, but there we go. Nice HE right into him. And again, I made sure that those tank destroyers up on the ridgeline could not hit me in the little rock that's covering my position here. So now that I am I'm able to pull out, we're just going to take the trade with the C75 because, yeah, he's not doing too healthy anymore. And this is a pretty simple game, around 2,300 damage pulled out already. We still got 800 hit points left. That's the really nice thing about these heavies is they carry a lot of hit points lately. So here we go. We got the 111. There we go. 600 616 damage, just backing up. Again, that alpha is really key. We just broke the 3,000 damage barrier with that singular shot. Now we have the E75 right in front of us. Going to use our nice mobility here. See if we can tap a heat shell. There we go. Nice tap, and all that's left is the Scorpion G, which we should also be finishing. All show, yes, I'm Sean Connery. But yeah, the Scorpion G not going to be doing too well, as you're going to see here. So let's just let's get a nice little HE right in there. Sadly, we didn't get the 600 damage that I wanted, but still, pretty dang good game, 3,500 damage, and I'm not going to complain at all for the first game played in it. So let's do one more and see if we can keep up the good game. So of course that was a tier 8 battle, and you did see that the frontal armor on this tank is not that great, and that is one thing that's a little bit bad about it. The frontal armor on this tank, as it says in the name, is the WZ-111, which is the same as the tier 8 premium, the WZ-111. Now, if you recall me saying about, I'd say a couple days ago now, I made a video on the best Russian and Chinese medium heavies to buy. I said the 111 is possibly the worst, worse than the T2020, which is bad. It's the frontal armor, it's just not great. It's like 250, but it's angled at like weird spots, so it's only 230 in certain spots as well. So the frontal hull is good, but it's more the turret armor that you really want to try and use on this tank. Anybody that's firing premium or has good standard pen, 260 or more, should easily be penetrating right through the upper plate. It's kind of like an IS-8 hull armor. That's what I'd rate it at. So yeah, it's definitely not spectacular. But at the same time, also that was, oh, he was an HE. I was like, how did we lose our HP there so quickly? But that was a nice roll, 460 damage. Again, I can easily trade with tanks like that 57 heavy. He'll get one shot into me, and I'll hit him quite a bit harder back. So we've got that 183 right out in the open. Let's get a nice shell right into them, 505 damage. So we're already at 900 damage. Like, that's how easy it is to really rack up, you know, the damage, the points in this vehicle. You just have to get a couple shells out, and that's it. Again, we've got this T54 right here. Nice little tap right into him for 430. We're going to back up in the cover. This thing also backs up pretty quickly. One thing about the American heavies that I'm not a huge fan of is the reverse speed. They go so slow, and it really is a disability to them, because when you're going so slow in reverse, well, vehicles can easily rip you apart. So we've got that mouse, and another nice tap right into the side of him. Ooh, that was very close, but I'm fine. It didn't hit us. It was that made me sweat a little when I saw that shell coming at me, but we are all good, and let's wait for our reload. Let's see if that 57 heavy wants to play with us. Does not look like he wants to. We also know that the 183 was pulling out somewhere in the back. There we go. We've got the waffle. Nice HE right into that waffle for 600. Again, that alpha with your high explosive at 600 average is just really nice, because even where that guy, you know, he can hit us for 640, I can hit him back for a lot more damage as well. And of course, I've got 2,200 hit points. So let's see if that T57 is waiting. There we go. Aim in, and oh, I should have waited a little bit longer. That was definitely my fault, but at the same time, I thought he was going to back up, so I was kind of pressured into firing that one. But it looks like he's just staying there, so we'll reload our shot here. We will wait, and this time I'll aim it in. So, okay, come on. You know you want to pull out. No, do it. Okay, well, it's fine. We've got the WT still right there, so I'll wait patiently. We'll see if they want to pull out. You know they're gonna. So, yeah, we've got plenty of targets left on the enemy team. So, also, I'm not sure where that 183 went. He's not in sight anymore, which I do want to tap that guy, but at the same time, I do not want to be hit by a 183. Definitely a tank that I want to stay a little bit clear of. So we're going to stay passive here. We're going to wait. You know, it's not the end of the world if I don't get any damage out for the first couple of seconds here. I know that the 57 heavy, oh, there you go, there's the 183. Okay, so the 183 looks like he may have fired, although that definitely hurt us quite a bit. There you go, so that was the waffle, finally getting a shell into our vehicle here, but I'm going to push off to the side, because of course I know that we've got that 57 there. I would love to be able to clear that guy. That's a tank that's, well, he's not, you know, balling in the HP anymore. I've got a very similar amount to him, so we should be able to push on this guy here. We'll see if we can, and he's not going to be able to clear us with a singular shot. Now that could hurt, but our turret armor doing the trick once again. The turret armor on this vehicle is great. It's one thing that you really can't get enough of, and that's the reason why I love my 111 5A as well, is because that turret armor just takes shells like a champ. You can see that here. I'm gonna try and push up. Let's see if we can. You know what? I want to clear that 183 first of all. That of course is the main vehicle I need to clear here. You know, the 5A, or not the 5A. I'm getting them all confused. But the 57 heavy, yeah, it's a bit of a threat, but it's not like a 183 where that guy is really gonna hurt. So we're gonna drive up here. We're going to get a nice tap right in the turret there. And now we are just going to try and clear the corner before he taps us. There we go. Just able to clear it. So we didn't lose all of our HP, so that is fine with me. There's no way that guy can shoot us. And as well, this 57 can't kill us with a singular shot. So we're going to back up here, see if we can get one more shell into this 57 heavy. Although, not looking too promising right now. But at the same time, we've got the waffle. And you know what? This is looking promising. There we go, nice tap right into the waffle. This guy is on a reload now, which I'm pretty sure he is, so I'm just going to pull out here. We're going to try and get the shell out on him. I know that 183 was there, but he's not there anymore, which is perfect for us, and oof, this is gonna be really bad for me. I sadly don't have, as well, you can see the gun depression just in the, we're gonna die. I just don't have the gun depression to work that position, sadly. It's one thing that I can say is still a downside about this vehicle. So we did get taken out, but I can't complain. We still did our jobs there. You definitely can see, though, having gun depression is very important, and I definitely would say that is the biggest downside of the 111-14, is that when you can't work a gun depression position like that, I couldn't get that last shot in, which therefore caused me to die. But still, 3,500 damage, you know, very respectable amount, especially for a Tier 9 game. So both of these battles here, battles. But very good games overall. Nice job as well to the FV4202. But yeah, pretty good battles overall, and I can't complain. So I actually really am liking the 111-14. I might play it a little bit more. I'll do it in some streams in the future. But yeah, if you like this type of content, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. It really helps out the channel. Other than that, I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.